that was one of your homework assignments. Can you tell me how that went?
It went really well.
Okay. What did you establish as your reward?
I decided that just getting the good grades is a big enough reward for me.
Okay, so that was one of your smaller goals in the college process, was improving your grades. See, that made it to the vision board, so that's definitely a big one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we spoke, you mentioned you were improving your grades. Do you remember how you did that, or how you told me you did that?
Yeah, doing more homework.
Okay, and so that was improving your grades,
Mm-hmm.
and you're still completing your homework?
Yes.
And you're still making those improvements to your grades?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that your improved grades are reward enough?
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. So that completes your final homework assignment for this week. Next week will be our final session. So I wanted to ask if there was an assignment that you were hoping to complete, something that you could assign for yourself to complete in the next week.
Maybe figuring out more about taking the SATs.
Okay, so that's a good assignment. You want to do some research on that. So is there something I could help you with that?
Maybe just figuring out ways to study and
Okay.
things to study.
So do you have dates for that yet, or?
No.
Okay, so that's something that you could look into. And then I can look into some resources and have some information for you next week as well, on studying and some other preparations for the SATs. All right, so I think that's a great assignment that you've given yourself there. Okay, so that is our third assignment? Your third assignment? Or since it's just your second so far? Okay. Okay, so to finish our session, I want to give you two Post-its, as we've ended the sessions in the past, for you to write down 2 strengths or successes that you've had in the past week.
Okay.
So if you could do that for me now, I will add them to the list. As you're thinking there, I'm going to remind you of the successes and good qualities that you've given in the past. That was hardworking, good communicator, your commitment to your goals, your improvements to your grades, all right, and then this week we are adding starting the conversation. So that was a conversation with your parents. So that was a success, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and one more. And doing more homework. That's another excellent success. All right, and you had mentioned commitment to your goals last week as one of your strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still feel committed to your goals?
Yeah, I feel a lot more committed.
You feel more committed, okay. Can you tell me why you feel more committed?
I think because looking into the colleges and seeing the GPAs they accept and stuff like that made me realize that I actually have to step it up and work a lot harder to get to my goal.
Okay, that's great. It's a great motivation. I'm happy to hear that you're committed to your goals. And I want to give you your final homework assignment. So this will be your third. And that is, like we've done with your positive qualities, I'd like for you to take that activity home and maybe ask some friends or family about good qualities or successes that they've noticed in you in the past, few weeks, some recent successes or strengths that they've noticed. So maybe you could ask them something that they've witnessed positive about you, and they could just jot down the Post-it note, just like we've done here, small, couple words, one word, nothing major, but bring that in next week. Is that something that you feel comfortable in completing? Confident that you can make it happen?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that's something that we'll use to close our session. So I just want to go over real quick the 3 assignments that you have to complete for our next session.
Okay. One is to look further into Elmira College so I can talk to my parents and get them more comfortable with that option.
Okay.
Finding some dates for the SATs. And getting 5 family members or friends to write strengths or successes that I've done.
Okay, great. And I'd like to see at least 5, so if you want to get some more there, that would be wonderful. All right, so next week will be our 5th and final session. Is there anything that you would like to see happen in that time? Anything I can provide for you next week, or something that you'd like to specifically say?
Well, obviously the SATs, and maybe something to help me with the Trooper Youth Week essay.
Okay.
Like writing it and figuring out if it's good.
Okay, so maybe we can brainstorm some topics. You can bring me some ideas and we can talk about those. Okay, and maybe you can work on completing that aside from the essay for next week. So what was your date there for completing that?
May 15th.
Okay, so you're gonna make that a priority and get that complete. Okay, I think these are great assignments and new small goals for us to complete. So is there anything else that you'd like to talk about today? Okay. All right, well, thank you for coming. I appreciate your time, and I will see you next week.
Thank you.